Welcome to the broadcast email training session. In this session, I'll go through the necessary steps to send a broadcast email out to your club, class, or group. Step 1 is to log into Irish Online Admin or Blackbaud Sphere. The first thing you do is go into Alumni Communities on alumni.nd.edu and click on either Clubs or Classes to go to the Club Leader or Class Leader toolbox. Once you get to the Clubs page, you can see Club Leader Toolbox over here on the left. There's also a link here in the middle column. Once you're in the Club Leaders Toolbox, you'll see a section called Irish Online Admin. Clicking on the main link explains some details about Irish Online Admin. Clicking on Click Here takes you straight to the login page. I recommend bookmarking this page because every time you want to send out a broadcast email, you'll have to go back to this page and log in. I'm going to log in now using a training account. Once you've logged in, you'll see a link to communications along the top. If you also have access to database access or the content management system for a website, you'll see additional links along the top. You'll also see a link over here on the left for email campaigns. Either one of these, going to communications and then email, or just clicking on email campaigns will take you to the broadcast email tool. Once that tool opens up, you'll see a list of the campaign names that you have permission to edit. There should already be one created in here for you for your club, your class, or your group. If there is not, please don't create one. Just email the Irish Online Help Desk at onlinehelp@alumni.nd.edu and they'll set one up for you. To go in and manage your account, you roll your mouse over the name of your campaign and you click on Manage to take you to a list of the available mailings. As you can see, I've got a couple of mailings already created in here. It will keep a history of all of the ones that you've sent. To create a new mailing, you can do one of two things. You can either go up here and click New, or you can copy an existing mailing, and that will copy both the content and the receiver query from the old one. Then you can go in and modify the content. To demonstrate, I'll start by just clicking on New. When you click on the New button, a window will pop up asking you to name your mailing and giving you a few options on what type of mailing it is and etc. We recommend always doing the single mailing to your receiver query. Recurring mailings tend to irritate people if they're getting a mailing over and over again, and a lot of people will unsubscribe from your group. I've named my campaign, and so I'm going to click Save. Once I do, you'll see there's now a line up here at the top for this new mailing, and there are two blue buttons. One is the receivers button and one is the content button. We need to fill out both of these in order to be able to send a broadcast email. So the first one is the receivers button. When I click on that, again it pops up a new window. This system is fairly pop-up intensive, so you'll want to make sure to either disable any pop-up blockers or at the very least add Kintera.com to the safe list on your pop-up blocker. When this window pops up, you'll see right up here this little section saying that you only have permission to send to a certain segment of the database. This should always be here. If it's not, please don't send out any broadcast emails, but contact the Irish Online Help Desk at onlinehelp@alumni.nd.edu. If that is there, then you can go ahead and build your query for who you want to send your email to. We've created some queries for club, class, and group use that are in the dynamic query library. So over here in the left panel, you can go into the saved queries folder, dynamic query library, and click on Add. and this will pop up a window to allow you to choose the query that you want to add to your query criteria. We named all the ones for club, class, group use with a name that starts with CCG. So you can go into name in the first drop down, starts with CCG, and click search, and you'll see a list of the pre-made CCG queries, which stands for club, class, group, that you have access to. Now you can see here we've got quite a few of them in here. All students with valid email addresses if you have access to student data. We've got all alumni in case you to email to just the alumni. We've got class email list, class mailings, club email list. For the most part, you'll probably want to just choose one of these, like club email list, that will be sent out to everybody in your club who hasn't requested to not get the email. When that finishes, you'll see the query built over here, and you can click on preview to see how many people that's going to go out to. Now this is a training account, so it'll be a very small number because I didn't put a whole lot of people into this segment. I put one person into this segment. When your query looks correct, you can click on done. And this will pop up a window asking you to save your query. I generally recommend naming this something that you'll be able to recognize in case you want to go back in to duplicate a query, to duplicate a mailing later on. So I'm going to call it all with email, so I know that everybody in the segment with an email address, this will be going out to them. When you click save, you'll see that the receiver's button went away and now it's a link. If you ever want to go back in and edit that receiver query after you've saved it, you can just click on the link and it'll pop that same window back up again to edit the query. Once your query is all set of who you want to send to, you'll click on the content button to pop up the window for how to actually edit the email that you're going to be sending out.